I won't keep you a moment, just on the phone to my sister in New Zealand, just catching up. Yeah, you're still there? Yeah, all right, good. Just before I go, because, well, I've got stuff to do, did you get that South American parrot I sent you and the kids for Christmas? Yeah, that's the one, yeah. What do you mean you ate it? That was a... You have parrots in New Zealand. That was a very expensive parrot, that was. It speaks 5 different... Well, it spoke 5 different languages. Well, yeah, okay, I'll take your point. It should have said something at the time. Yeah. Anyway, look, I've got to go because I'm in the middle of doing a YouTube video, which you probably never watch. Yeah, okay, well, I'll catch up with you soon. Anyway, okay, bye-bye. Yeah, my sister in New Zealand. Hello, if you're watching, if you're not. And I didn't send her a parrot, really. Anyway, hello, everybody, Retro Bear back once again in the gaming pantry for my first video of 2021. Actually, it's not my first video of 2021. I've done other videos, just not one of these. And this is sort of tidying up everything from the end of last year. This is 2021 pickups and 2022 in 2022. I don't know where the time went. Hope you had a good holiday anyway over the Christmas and New Year period. It seems strange saying that on the 17th of January when this goes out, but there you go. So I hope you had a good time. I had a very, very fattening Christmas. That's the best way to describe it. Didn't do an awful lot. Just basically sat down, watched a lot of television, ate a lot of stuff. Generally felt rather happy. Went back to work for a few days. Had a few more days off, then went back to work. Yeah, typical Christmas really, just the two of us. Very, very nice. And so I guess this is all going to be tidying all that stuff up. In fact, 2 things I hadn't even brought up, which I'm just thinking, oh my God. 2 things I didn't bring with me. Brilliant. I have to take my word for it. I've got to go downstairs and pick them all up. Anyway, I'll crack on with this stuff. So what we've got here is just some stuff that I had for Christmas. Some stuff that was given to me before Christmas, which I'll explain about as well. I think that's it. That's all there is really. What you're not going to see here, remembering, is a couple of games. First one, which is on the PlayStation 4, which I bought for Mrs. Bear. And I bought The Last of Us Remastered on PlayStation 4. Yes, buying another modern game. I know, but that's what I do. That's what I do nowadays. I should be known as the Bear rather than the Retro Bear. Yeah, because you've been after that for quite some time, or we talked about it and previously discussed it. We bought Resident Evil 2 September, October last year, I think it was, which we haven't played yet. So I got that for Christmas, paid way over the odds for it because it was getting so difficult to get to the shops in time and pick these things up. So, and of course the fact is I bought that rather than the PlayStation 3 version, which was cheaper. Of course the PlayStation 3 isn't set up downstairs, it's set up upstairs. So for ease of convenience, I thought, well, I'd stick the PlayStation 4 version and get her to play that one. So hopefully she'll get on with that. Another one you don't see here, which was my dad got me for Christmas, another Switch game, which is Luigi's Mansion 3. Yes, Luigi's Mansion 3. So another game for my slightly expanding Switch collection of games I'd never play. Another one to add to the list. The word a tweet into seems to be backlog or front log if you're from Scotland. I don't know what it is, but there's a lot of talk about backlogs this year. You can see the buzzword around YouTube, backlogs. Anyway, that goes on my backlog list to stay there probably for years to come. But yes, that was nice to get that as well. So I may at some point unpack that and have a go at it. So there's 2 games I can see here, that and that. I also got a fantastic gift from my dad as well. He buys me random stuff now because he doesn't know what to get me, but random stuff. He bought me an original film poster, Carry On Matron. And anybody who knows my channel, I did a video last year on Carry On films. And he bought me that. It's the original 1973 film poster. It's a 72 film poster. It's about 8 foot tall, which is really giving me a headache because I've got nowhere big enough. I haven't got a wall big enough in the house to mount it on. Although, as my dad said, he says, don't mount it. He says, put it away somewhere and consider it an investment. And having looked around eBay, yeah, it's not cheap. It's not cheap. It's the one which stands up straight up rather than on the side. If I can put a graphic in here, I will do. I probably won't, but I might show it in another video and actually lay it out. But it's absolutely massive, and I love my Carry On films. That's absolutely ideal for me. So yes, but I couldn't even show that here if I tried. If I tried to show it here, you'd probably have like a square, and there's like 7 others you can't see. It's massive, huge, great big thing. But I love stuff like that anyway. Let's deal with the stuff that came before Christmas, because I had a few things coming. Desert Island Games I did with Retro Ed. Hi Ed, if you're watching. we spoke about a few things on there, and he said, "Oh, I must." He said, "If I find a copy of this game," he said, "I'll send it to you because I think I've got two." I said, "Oh, lovely." I didn't think anything about it, and of course, as you get towards Christmas, I've got all these parcels arriving during the day for me when I'm at work. So Claire thinks, obviously, they're for me for wrapping for presents, so we put them all on there. So here I go. Is it the 22nd of December? And I start this wrap all the presents to take me dad's house and to give to wrap Claire's stuff up and whatever. And I go through the boxes, I had this one box up, and I think, there's a note in here. I thought it was a note for a receipt or something. So I open the receipt up, and it says, I can't remember what it says now. I can't remember where I put the note. It's here somewhere, but I don't know where it is. It's a thing we've tied everything up, you can't find anything there. And it was a note from Ed saying, "Oh, I found that game that we talked about." He said, "I'll send it to you." He also sent me as well, which is really strange, because there was nothing on, I didn't send anything on the box, but he sent me one of his t-shirts, a retro Ed t-shirt. Which is great, because I think it's the second one I've got now for after Sega Zombie, and there's a badge on it as well. I don't wear badges usually, but I'll find somewhere for that to hang up in the pantry, but that's a nice little thing there. So it's got "Let's Get Physical" on the back. Is that a picture of, I don't know. It might be Sheena Easton, but it's not. It could be Ed, I don't know. He's got hair, maybe not. But thank you for that, Ed. That was really unexpected. I wasn't expecting to see that at all. I've completely forgotten about what we've spoken about. Put that on there out of the way. And the other game, and he sent me a game. And again, I know he spoke about the game, so I didn't forget about the game. But what he sent me was a copy of, Chase HQ on the Game Boy. In the old case. We spoke about this because we thought, I think, obviously, Chase HQ is one of his favourite games. And I think the first time I ever saw Ed do a video was about Chase HQ on the Saturn. And he said, "Oh, I've got one of these somewhere." So, and he said it's really, really good. I've played so many different versions of Chase HQ. I've never played the Game Boy one, so I can put that on the old Super Game Boy, if the television works, and be cracking on with that. So, Ed, thank you very much indeed for those. So it's so late getting the thank you out to you. And then another parcel arrived just before Christmas, and I wasn't expecting this one at all. Really well. So most people would refuse this, I dare say, but my good friend, that UK gamer, Martin, just said, I was cleaning out my games during the day and I saw these and I thought you'd like them, so he sent them through to me, which is really nice. I did show these off, when I show these off on Big Game House Christmas stream, I can't remember. So he sent me these 4 tape games, so I can imagine people turning off already. So we've got Sooty and Sweep on the Commodore 64. There we go, as seen on TV. There we go. It's also got easy and hard levels, apparently. Easy and hard versions, it says down the bottom. You might not be able to see that, but anyway. And then also the Trilogy of Terror. And he sent me the Postman Pat trilogy. Postman Pat's 1, 2 and 3 for the Commodore 64 as well. So that was nice and mighty. I think that one, number 2, must be one of the most common games of all, because I think I've already got that one, or that might be a nicer copy than the one I've got. But that's quite a common one to pick up, I think. Number 3, you don't see all that often. But there you go, all by alternative software. So there you go, Sean, you may need some of those. But yeah, thank you, Martin, for those. Well, he knows what I'm like. I'll stick those straight in the collection. So that's really good of him. Thank you very much for doing that, mate. Lovely. So they arrived completely unexpectedly. Then I was doing the Secret Santa, which we did on as part of the 12 Streams of Christmas, which was brilliant. Again, congratulations to Game Zone Bird Room for organising that with everybody. And I know it's been mentioned here, but thank you very much again to Paul Northerner for all his contribution with the graphics and getting people together on that, and being James, his right-hand man really throughout that. Brilliant. It's a really, really good idea. I hope somebody takes the mantle and does it this year. Because it was really good. It worked really good. Brought a lot of YouTubers together. I did one stream myself. I went on 2, maybe 3 others. Yeah, three, maybe 4 others. I don't know. We all did Big Game Hours Christmas Extra, and we did 5 hours on that, on and off 2 sessions. So that was we were all part of the Secret Santa, and the idea was you had, I think, about £15 budget. Although looking at some of the stuff that was sent, people may have gone beyond and above that. You got a random YouTuber out the hat. You got them some stuff, sent it to the post. There you go, Christmas is done. So I'm pretty sure I know who I got. I'm not going to mention it because it's Secret Santa, isn't it? Otherwise you just call it Santa. But James also sent us something each for thanking us for getting involved. So some people got martial arts DVD, some people got games. I got a game, and he sent me just for saying thank you very much and being part of it. He sent me a Wii game, which is Anno, Create a New World. Now, I've seen this out and about, but I've never actually seen it cheap enough. It's always been on the pricier side. I don't think it's massively expensive to get. But, I mean, fair play to James for picking that up, because he must have gone through my Wii collection video. He's got to have done. I just found the first game he came to, which was one I didn't show in the first video, so there you go. But yeah, that's just brilliant. So I'm thrilled to have that. Thank you very much again for that, James. I thank you once before previous. I will thank you again as I'm here. Lovely. And then my Secret Santa. Like I said, I didn't know. I think I know who it is. It's got me some bear-related stuff. Great. And a couple of games. The first we've got here is bear-related because of the front cover, and it's a Spectrum game for the any ZX Spectrum, as it quite clearly says on the side. Any ZX Spectrum. That's really going to throw my OCD out, because it didn't put the game title on the side of it. This is R. Diddums, with a picture on a bear from Imagine. Remember Imagine software from years gone by. There's no actual pictures, screenshots. I can't even show you any. But there you go. So, because he's got a bear on the front, that's why someone sent it to me. It's a bear on the front. So lovely. Thank you very much for that. Another game, which I must be honest with you, I have been looking at. Not looking to buy, but I'm thinking, oh, I must get that game at some point, because if I don't have that game, I probably need a good punch in the teeth. And this is a game called Bear Bother. Bother? What? It's an Essex Retro Bear on the front there with the T on his jumper. So yeah, and again, I can't show you any graphics on the back of that, because there aren't any. Programmed by Jay Rittman. So yeah, Bear Bother. So that was good. So yeah, bear-related items, great. Again, actually 2 games I hadn't got, which is brilliant. So that's good. And then a Master System game as well. This is fantastic. And I'm absolutely thrilled to have this one. And well, I'm absolutely, no, I'm not absolutely thrilled. I'm actually thrilled because someone thought to get me a Master System game, because that's probably the one thing I was collecting all last year, pretty much consistently. And it's in really good nick, it really is. And it's Tom and Jerry the movie. You see the hang tab is in place. So we're ticking the Retro Bear boxes here. The hang tag is in place. The Sega sticker is there. That's show you the inside of it. And again, it's like, look at that, really, really nice copy of that. Nice looking manual. Cartridge is the right way around, Stu, you'll be pleased to know. Really, really nice. That's the back of the game. It's a terrible game. I don't like it. A lot of people do like it. A lot of people, it was one of their first games they played on the Master System. But I didn't play it till later on, and I realised what a pile of poo it is. Sadly, I have already got this, but I think this is actually an improvement on the copy I've got. So this will go into my collection anyway, because it was a gift. So this will go into my collection, and I will take out the one that I've been given. This is the 3rd copy of this game I've had now, because I bought the loose copy at a car boot sale years and years ago for about £2. I got it for less than £2. I gave the guy all the money I had in my pocket, which was about £1.75 or something daft like that. He said, well, it's worth more than that. He says, but go on. He said, you can have it. And then I upgraded my copy from loose to boxed complete last year. So that'll go there. So yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much indeed for those. My Secret Santa, whose name I'm not going to reveal. So that was all the stuff before Christmas. So the stuff from Retro Ed, from Martin, from James, Games and Bird Room, and the Secret Santa. So thank you very much indeed for all those. We then moved to Christmas, and it's always nice because Mrs. Bear always pulls out the stops at Christmas. I say she always pulls out the stops. She doesn't get a very easy task of doing it, because she says, what do you want for Christmas? And I say, I don't know, surprise me. What do you want for your birthday? I don't know, surprise me. What do you want for tea tonight? I don't know, surprise me. You can see like a pattern developing here. So yeah, she gets a very little brief, but she always comes out and pulls out the stops, which is fantastic. What I'm going to show you, I'll show you t-shirts, because people know I like my t-shirts. I've got that many t-shirts. I'm going to spend an entire weekend going through my t-shirts and sorting them all out. This one, I think, though, a lot of people will like this. It will certainly appeal to a certain. It will certainly appeal to certain people. It will certainly appeal to a spectrum of individuals who watch this channel. And this is, there you go, just there you go, Star Wars, Stay on Target. So this is the old arcade game. Or if you played the home versions, exactly the same thing. So there we go. You can see the label still on, because I haven't done this video. I haven't got around to wearing it yet. So there we go. But it's got a Star Wars thing at the bottom. So you know, Nerdy Geese might like this one. He's doing the old Star Wars collection at the moment. Lee, if you that might appeal to you, mate. But yeah, lovely. So I should be wearing that one definitely. I'm not a huge Star Wars nut, got to be honest with you, but I get a lot of Star Wars stuff. and that's a good one. The other t-shirt I got, and it'll appeal again to people who will know what I'm talking about when they see this, and I'm thinking of a number of people when they show it to you. We've all had that problem, haven't we? You know, the old tape games, and you need to re-spool it because it gets stuck in the system, or the tape gets chewed a little bit, you've got to do it. Yeah, the old painstaking methods. So if you've never done that properly, so people say about retro games, you know, oh, why would you want to go and play them like that? Because stuff like that happens. That's part and parcel of playing proper retro games on proper systems. You know, I'm not knocking emulation in any way, shape or form whatsoever, because I do it myself. And it is a lot easier. I can understand what people do because it's easy, but, you know, yeah. I've done it. I've sat here before with tapes I've purchased, and just to try and get some bounce back into them, because they could have been lying around for years, decades even. You're just lying around, you just get a tape recorder out, just fast forward it, then rewind it, then fast forward it, and then rewind it again, and then check to make sure it's okay, make sure it's nice and tight, put it in the box, move on to the next one. Yeah, it's dull. It's mind-numbingly dull, but you do that as a retro gamer. Well, I do anyway. Most people probably wouldn't. Right, what else we got? I had these ages ago, and I wore through all of them. So Mrs. Bear has remembered to make sure to get me some replacements. So I've got some Sonic socks. So we have Tails socks, Knuckles socks, and Sonic socks. So I had all those years ago, so I went through all of them, and she's bought me some replacements because she remembered I haven't got any anymore. I've got that many socks and stuff now, it's fantastic, but yeah. So Sonic the Hedgehog socks, brilliant. I am the sort of moron who will wear them outside in public because I don't really care. Keeping the Star Wars scene going, so a fair bit of Star Wars stuff. Some lounge pants. This is the sort of thing that I tend to wear during the summer. I live in these sort of things. I've got some WWF ones, I've got some football ones, and now I've got Mandalorian ones. Yes, Mandalorian, the child. You can see the old little Yodas on there as well. So they're a bit too thin. I mean, you know, got the heating on, it's not so bad, but obviously you don't keep the heating on 24/7, especially not with the gas prices. So they tend to sort of wait until spring has sprung, or we get close to the warmer weather. But they're great. They're absolutely brilliant. Ideal for me to lounge about and those, get home from work, get changed, slip a pair of those on. Lovely. Very, very relaxed, very, very casual in this house. What else we get? We got a mug. Yeah, got loads of mugs as well now. So we've got a retro gaming mug. And this has got like a timeline, 1975 Pong. You can't see there's a line down it. 1977, the Atari 2600. 1986, the NES. 1987, the Master System. 1989, the Game Boy. And then right the way around the far side here, 1990 the Mega Drive, and 1992 the Super Nintendo. So that's really nicely done actually. It's got you've got 4 facts about each one, tells you how fast it was and the CPU and how many it sold. So it's really handy when you're doing the Retro Gamer quiz when Retrobait does it again, because all the answers are on here. Brilliant. Do a quick drink, Paul. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Love that. And also because we're playing a fair few games over Christmas because we subscribe to PlayStation Now. So you can get all these, you know, the PlayStation 4 stuff, PlayStation 3 back catalogue, and you can stream them, which is great. We've been playing a lot of Wreckfest on PlayStation 4. I've been playing Daytona on PlayStation 3 really badly. But you play Pac-Man Championship Edition 2 on the PlayStation 3. That's a horrible game. What they've done to that, they've ruined that. Absolutely ruined that. So there might be some gameplay footage of that at some point in the future. But because it's been sort of winding me up, especially Daytona before Christmas, because I couldn't beat Mrs. Bear's time. No, not Mrs. Bear's time. I could beat her time. I couldn't beat her position. So she got me one of these. There's a retro swear jar. Yes. I know Retro Red Steve needs one of these urgently. So that's going to sit probably. I don't know if it's going to sit up here all day, and whether it'll sit here or whether it'll sit in the main room, because I'm not doing a lot of gaming up here at the moment. But I don't know. I'll find somewhere for it anyway. But it's a lovely little idea that, and I suppose, you know, put a few quid in there. Yeah, always useful to have a few quid knocking about the place. Right, what else we got? So we're on to Christmas gifts now. So we're doing Christmas gifts. We're on to some. This is all the. That's. I've got the mug and the swear jar. That's gaming related stuff. This is the rest of the stuff that was a part of that. It's a mixture. Some of it's a mixture of gaming. Some of it isn't. I'll show you this first of all because it isn't anything to do with games. It's more socks. Oh yeah, I'm not going to show me pants, I'm just going to show me socks. Well, I love this because people again will know last year I did a video on cartoons, or a series of videos on cartoons, so this is right up my street. And these are really quality, real quality Mickey Mouse socks. 5 pairs of socks, 5 pack of socks. And again, look at these, I mean, I haven't got these out because I'm showing them off, but they're like different era Mickey Mouses. So that one there, I think, is basically Mickey Mouse's pants, because you can see his yellow shoes on that one. And that, I think, is the front of his pants. Not that I'm an expert on these things. That's a very modern Mickey Mouse. That's just a generic Mickey Mouse. That's an Andy Warhol Mickey Mouse, and that's another Mickey Mouse. But yeah, it's just great to have those. So real quality. I feel absolutely fantastic. These 70% cotton socks. But yeah, beautiful. Really, really nice those. Nice little presentation set. That. So more socks. But great. I like socks more. I can always do with socks. Can't break socks by dropping them on the floor, can you? Not that I know of anyway. Right, so gaming related stuff. There is some gaming related stuff. We've got, because we're using it an awful lot at the moment, we now have got a PlayStation 4 wireless controller recharging dock. So dual charging station. So rather than keep my PlayStation 4 controllers plugged in when it powers down, I can put these, yes, I can recharge these. PlayStation 4 controllers not included, surprisingly enough. There we go. So we've got one of those. So that's good. Because we've been getting a fair amount of use. That's been playing Fall Guys again with Big Game Al on a Friday night. Then I've got this, which is the Yamazakura stress device. Now, I got this. I wasn't quite sure. You can teach. Come from China. It says, please start your game time. And I wonder, what the hell does this do? But it's actually, it is an anti-stress device. Is always useful to have, and I'm petrified if I get this out, I'm going to break it. And there we go. I hate these boxes. Unboxing stuff on the internet. Yeah, but it's basically a big. Oops, not that on the floor. What is that? Some clips. But it's just a giant sort of. You know, what you've got here, you've got little holes, so you just press those in. It's just a little thing to keep your mind occupied, and just any stress you get, just press that during the day. But it's really quite. You do the same with the control. You've got the controllers, Joy-Cons. Well, then it's a little bit of fun, isn't it? So it's got some clips as well. Some clips. I don't know. But the controllers come off. Look, the Joy-Cons come off. There you go. Joy-Cons come off. They come off and they go back in again. Yes, they do. So yeah. It took me ages to work out what it was. She goes, for goodness sake, she said, it's just something to relieve a bit of stress at work. So, okay. It's now broken. You can tell I'm out of practice, can't you? Dear. Anyway, so I shall take that to work with me. And look as I'm playing my Nintendo Switch at work. That would be a good idea. That would be a good idea. So we had a nightmare week at work just last week with people being off and stuff. And you think, when you know, well, if my engineers are off, what am I going to do with them? What work can I book in? I can't book any working, so I've only got one working engineer to cover the entire region. Whoops. But no, I was flat out all week, so I decided to take my Switch to work, have a bit of play on that. What have we got next? This is going to be interesting. I've got a little idea about this one. I'm not sure why I've got this, but I'm actually, it's the first time I've had any of this stuff for years. So this is some Lego. Yeah, I don't usually associate me with Lego. So I've got some Lego brickheads, and again, the Mandalorian theme here. So we've got the Mandalorian and the child. So there we go, number 113, 114 for those of you keeping count on these sort of things. And there's a bit more of the back of the box. So the child comes in, it looks like it comes with a little spacecraft, or the carry case, or the carrying pod it has during the course of the program. But yeah, I'm thinking there might be a video in this. That'll be really good. Retro Bear versus Lego. So yeah, we could have an idea about that. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to playing that. It's all, I haven't opened it yet because I've been thinking about doing that. So I'm just going to find an angle. But yeah, I'll go play with that. But yeah, a lot of Star Wars related stuff. Now, one thing I did actually ask for. I didn't actually ask for any of this. I did actually ask for some of this stuff. And I've got some protective cases for my plastic covers on my games. So we've got, where are we here? We've got some, we've got 10 Atari 2600 ones. I've got about 14, so I may need some more of those. I've got 10 NES, which is great because I've already got 10 there, but I'm probably going to leave about 6 short, I think it is. a little bit of shame. We did work out what these ones were, and I can't what it is. Oh yeah, we've got so we've got 10 more NES ones. Sorry, so I've now got 10 more NES ones. So I've now got more NES protectors and cartridges. That's fine. That's fine. And then I finally, I've got, I think she said in here there's 3. There's 15 Super Nintendo cart protectors. These cart protectors. These aren't box protectors, they're cart protectors. So I've got quite a lot of loose stuff. So yeah, absolutely thrilled with that, because she did take on some advice and did say, well, if you want to get me something, and you know, they're not the most expensive thing in the world, but if you're buying as many as she's done, you know, I've just bought 25, you know, 35, 30, 45 protectors. You know, adds up. They ain't overly expensive, they ain't overly cheap. So I did ask for those. That's great. So I can just start putting some of my cartridges, which I've got cartridges up here which need protecting. I'll get to that in a second. And then the final 2 things which I have for Christmas, really gaming related, were some Master System games. It's great. So that's some Master System stuff. Now, first one, we've got Shadow of the Beast. Now, unfortunately, I've got this one, which is a bit of a shame, but we've got the old hang tab on there. We have the remnants of the Sega stick. And again, it's a very, very nice looking manual and cartridge now. And the good thing about this is actually is an improvement on the one I've already got. That's the back of the game there. So this one will be going into the collection, and that other one will be coming out, because the other one is a little bit, there's damaged the plastic at the top on the case. So this will go into the collection. But yeah, she Mrs. Bear, all this stuff from Mrs. Bear, by the way, paid real attention to this. And the other one as well, which is, I'm saying the best to last, because I was so thrilled to get this, really was. It's a game I've been after for absolutely ages on the system, and it is the New Zealand story. It's a game I had on the Amiga, one of the first games I ever played on the Amiga, one of the first, well, I say modern games, first games of that era I played on my own, on an own system I had myself. It's got the hang tab on. My initial thought when I saw it, I thought, oh, hang on a second, because you can see there on the box, the usual, you can see on there, got the grid patterns. They aren't on this one. And they aren't down the spine either, but I have checked it out, and it is a legit box, because I didn't want to sort of make too much of it. And she said, well, it better be a legit box. I said, well, I think it is. Now we've got a little bit of a patina in here, not patina, Providence, that's it. But it's got the Sega label on the side, as you can see. There's a Sega label there on the end of the rim. Manual's in good condition. Cartridge is great. We've also got a receipt. It's great, we love these. From Interactive Consoles, 4 Red Lion Yard in Colchester in Essex. Because everything comes from Essex, doesn't it? On the 7th of December 1992, someone purchased New Zealand Story for the grand sum of £31.99. There we go. So I love, when we used to collect years ago, when we first started collecting and showing this stuff on YouTube, it was great because you find receipts in there and try and find out where the game had come from. You know, what path it followed, and it's always nice to find that. And then on the back there, and this is a fantastic looking game on the system. It really, I've seen it running. I've watched videos of it. It looks so much better than most of the 8-bit versions out there. I struggle to understand why. I struggle to understand how this runs on an 8-bit system, because a lot of the other versions were rubbish. I say rubbish. No, they were very good. But they weren't as good as the 16-bit. They were about as good as the 8-bit versions could be. This one seemed to trump all the 8-bit versions. So really pleased to get that, and that's the last thing I had for Christmas, which will go into the collection. That one I haven't got before, so that's all done, which is fantastic. And that is it. That's all the Christmas stuff that I had. So thank you, Mrs. Bear, for all those lovely gifts. The mugs, the swear jar, the socks, the trousers, the t-shirts, the Lego, the stress device, the charging station, the protective covers, and the Master System games. And again, thank you to the guys for all the stuff at the very front of the video. So that's that. Those of you probably sitting there thinking, where's the game room tour, Mr. Bear? You promised us a game room tour. Yes, I promised you in January. Please look at your calendars. It's the 17th of January today. I still have 2 weeks left, and it will be coming. Everything is where it should be. I'm satisfied now that the games room has been sorted. The pantry is fully stocked with what it should be done. The other room, which we spent renovating, is all done. We've had the new furniture. We had the furniture arrive for it before Christmas. That's all been decked out. It just needs a little tweaking here and there, just some tidying, and then those games room tours will be up before the end of January. No doubt about it. 100% confident that they will be there for you to watch and make of what you wish. But apart from that, there's not. I've got a. What have we got doing now? We've got a TMB podcast on 23rd of January coming up, 8 o'clock on a Sunday night. That's not. Well, it wasn't last night. I missed it. You might have missed the one before that, but it's actually next Sunday coming. Which I'm doing with the lads on that one. I'm not got anything else planned other than that. The Games Room tour, and that's about it really. We're trying to get Fall Guys going again on a Friday. We've done 2 so far this year, so check out Big Game Al's channel for that, because that may pop up on a Friday. We had nearly 20 people watching us last week. Either there was a chemical leak somewhere and everybody was forced to stay indoors, but I don't know. We never had 20 people watching us. We're not that good. There's me, Big Game Al, Ink Northerner, and Zelda Pop. Borehole Halls of the half playing on Friday just gone, and before that it was me, Big Game Al, Retro Games Revive, Sean and Joe. So we had a good laugh. So if you did find those you're a loose end on a Friday night, we are going to try and play those a bit more often. But yeah, not an awful lot planned. I've not gone anywhere or picked anything else up, so I'm not doing pickups. I'm not sitting there scouring through eBay and Amazon at the moment, because I just really can't be bothered. I'm about to work and stuff, playoff season as well, NFL playoff season, the 49ers in the playoffs. Well, they're still in the playoffs I speak to now, because they played a bit later on tonight. They may not be in the playoffs by the time it comes out, I don't know. Yeah, I think that's about it really. I don't think there's anything else. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled, because there will be other stuff coming when I get around to doing it, but I want to get this one out of the way, get the Games Room tour out of the way. Desert Island Games will probably start up again some point in the next month. I've already got 4 or 5 people who've expressed interest, so I can get in contact with, so that'll be good to do. We'll start doing those again shortly. Yes, I just cut myself off there. Brilliant. Anyway, thanks very much indeed for watching. This is the Retro Bear saying take care, and we'll see you very soon. But until then, it's bye for now.